Gather round now, merchants. I got a word for you today. They told you summer was dead. They told you to close up shop and wait around for the snow. But I am here to tell you, brothers and sisters, summer ain't dead. Can I get a witness? Some folks hang the close sign on the wall, waiting on December, missing summer's call. But the spirit of the evergreen don't quit. Say the right words and you light it lit. Stand on up, don't just sit back down. There's a selling season all year round. Summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Get the phrase right. Keep the orders fed. T-shirts, tumblers, raise them overhead. Oh, summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Oh, summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Hey! I once believed the slow down lie. Watch my little car just wave goodbye. Then I changed the phrase and I saw the light. Now my mugs are moving morning, noon, and night. Yeah. Stand on up, don't just sit back down. There's a selling season all year round. Summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Get the phrase right. Keep the orders fed. T-shirts, tumblers, raise them overhead. Oh, summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Oh, summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Do you believe? We believe in the evergreen. Evergreen. Pour the coffee. Pour it out. Now testify. Shout. Summer ain't dead. Summer ain't dead. Summer ain't dead. No, summer ain't dead. Get the phrase right. Keep the orders fed. Amen. Amen. Raise them overhead. Summer ain't dead. Summer ain't dead. Say it ain't dead. Summer Whoa. Summer's wide awake. Summer's wide awake. Everybody's heading for the shade, telling me the order's gonna fade. Hammock swinging, sunscreen on the floor. Hunger gone fishing, sign up on the store. But I'm not buying what the calendar sells. The card's still ringing all those little bells. No slow season card glow. Pour the coffee, watch the odors grow. They say summer, summer gonna fade away. Not today, not today, not today. Don't slow down, don't slow down. Hottest little store in the whole dang town. Evergreen, keep it spinning round and round. Don't slow down, don't slow down. Don't slow down. Tea, mug, tumbler, pendant, shine. Drop the happy birthday, change the line. Say you're real and it sells just fine. Summer's running down the dotted line. They say summer, summer gonna fade away. Not today, not today, not today. Don't slow down, don't slow down. Hottest little store in the whole dang town. Evergreen, keep it spinning round and round. Don't slow down, don't slow down.
Yeah. Coffee with ShineOn, let's go. Chris in the building, summer in the cold, nah. Everybody panic when the gift day's gone. Sales went quiet, better move along. Nah, I'm cool, I keep my engine on. Switch up the phrase and the orders come along. T-shirt season, tumbler in the heat. Mug full of sunshine, can't be beat. Pen got a shimmer like the boardwalk lights. I'm selling all summer day into the night. Phrase it, evergreen. Best looking store you ever seen. No slow season in my routine. Pour the coffee, get the green. Phrase it. Keep it rolling. Keep it growing. They put a gon' fishing sign on the door. I put a phrase that works forevermore. Don't need a holiday to make a sale. Need a real word and a real detail. Chris gonna show you how to flip the script. Free little tool, yeah, he let it rip. Tuesday, Friday, June or fall. One good phrase and it works for all. Phrase it, evergreen. Best looking store you ever seen. No slow season in my routine. Pour the coffee, get the green. Pour the coffee. Here we go. Summer never had to be slow.
What's up? How's everybody doing? Everybody good out there in Shiny Land? It's been a little bit. What is up? How's summer treating you guys? Huh? It's been a good one here so far. We were in Colorado last week. It was nice. We're in the Telluride area. It was nice and it was hot, but it was dry. Like a dry heat has got nothing on a humid heat. Anybody from the Southeast knows what I'm talking about right now. You know when you go outside and it feels like a hot mouth? That is like the southeast all summer long. Yeah. Someone says it's very hot in Belgium. Never experienced a Belgium summer. You'll have to tell us about it. What's up? How's it going? So we got Belgium in the house. That's cool. We've got Australia, Alabama, the UK, North Carolina, Vienna. I love it. Tennessee. Very, very cool. You're watching the World Cup. Here in England, the UK is sunny and warm, but cloudy at the minute and humid. Yeah, heat wave in Europe, 36 Celsius. Isn't 36? Let's see. I think 40 is like 100 Fahrenheit. So I think 36 is probably like 90, if I had to guess. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. Hey, do me a favor, guys. I was a little slow on getting this shared to all the social medias. I had a ton going on this week, and I kind of space cased a couple things. If you could do me a favor, and anybody that's on Facebook, if you could like the post, if you could comment under the post, that will help this post reach more people in the algorithm. It will help get our viewership up for today's Coffee with ShineOn. And I want to get that up because Chris here is going to be sharing how you can make sales all summer long. We got a really good one today. And for those of you that don't know, Chris is in Japan. And Chris, we're doing this one live. Normally when I meet with Chris, we have to record him in advance because it's too late in Japan for Chris to join these. Well, he stayed up late today. I don't know what time it is over there. It's probably like 1 or 2 in the morning. So we want to make sure we get lots of live viewership for Chris. So if you could like the post, comment, hit that notification bell, do all that fancy stuff. If you're on Facebook, a share would go a really long way. We would very much appreciate that today. So the topic today is why summer doesn't have to be slow. I think you're going to like this one. Let's do some quick announcements as we do. Let's see. Father's Day. Father's Day is Father's Day this Sunday? Father's Day is this Sunday. And so the shipping cutoffs are over. I would have taken this slide out. I've mixed up on my weeks here. Yeah, okay. So my apologies here. The shipping cutoff, the last shipping cutoff was yesterday for anything expedited. It would have been pick expedited. Shipping cutoff was yesterday, the 18th. So anybody still selling now for Father's Day, you should know we passed the shipping cutoff already. However, there is a little trick here that I do every time we have a holiday. I will usually in the product description of the product, I will put something like, hey, it may not get there by Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day. However, the shipping's on us. And so I switched shipping to free for a few days there in between the holiday, but after cutoff to drive additional sales. So that's a little free tip for you all if anybody's still selling or has got some ads working for them. I do want to remind everybody about our UGC store. For those of you that don't know, that we've got a whole store built around a lot of UGC. UGC stands for user generated content. This is content for your ads. You can also put these on your product pages. Just for clarity, I probably wouldn't do this until you have something that's like working for you and is winning. But after that, it's likely worth the investment for some testing. So I'm going to show you the page right here. This is the ShineOn UGC store. Is there a way I can make that bigger? That's kind of cool. Let's see. Wow. StreamYard is getting advanced here. All right. So anyway, this is the UGC store. So you can see we got a bunch of like story-based ads here. A lot of these were AI generated, but what you can do is you can go into one of these, and if you can buy it, so you can share with us the text you want in the video, and you can also upload your product image, and we will actually render your product directly into this little video. And it's good for ads. It's good to put on your page or some of your socials and things like that. And we have got all kinds of stuff here if you want to just shop around. We've got story-based ads. We have hook type videos where people are crying. These are some of my favorite ones. We also have still images if you ever want like some unique lifestyle type images for your products. Anyway, you can get all this here on the UGC page, ShineOnUGC.com. If you're interested in any of that. Again, I'd probably wait till you have something kind of working for you. It's probably not worth the investment until you have something that's working for you, but it's there and it's available if you should want it. Okay, I also want to talk about the first sale challenge. So if you have not made your first sale yet, or maybe you've made a first sale, but it's been a little while and you're kind of struggling right now, whatever the case might be, I would encourage you to take this little challenge that we have. It's $5. It's cheaper than the cost of coffee with inflation. Andrew on our team put all this together. Andrew is an active merchant right now. He knows what's working. I was just on a call with him yesterday. Super sharp dude. He's an incredible teacher. He's got a step-by-step Shopify store set up on here. He goes over, he's got some live trainings and some on-demand sessions in here. He'll teach you how to do product research, and he'll set you up with some ad blueprints, like some beginner ad blueprints you can do to get your first sale. It's $5, people. It's $5. You cannot beat the value for $5. So if you haven't made your first sale yet, I would highly encourage you to do it. We've been tracking data on people that go through the challenge, that actually complete it, and those that make their first sale. And what we have found is that people actually go through the challenge have twice the what am I trying to say? They get their first sale twice the rate of people that don't, right? So you're 2 times more likely to get your first sale than those that don't, if that makes sense. So highly recommend you guys to check that out. It doubles your chances of being successful with the business model. So highly recommend you check that out. All right. Everybody ready for me to bring Chris up here? Someone said it's just past midnight for Chris. Oh, well, that's nothing. That's nothing. Barely any sacrifice at all involved in that then, huh? Everybody ready for me to bring Chris up here? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready for me to bring Chris up in the chat. What's konbanwa? That must be Japanese. We'll need Chris to translate that in just a moment. The music gets shinier every week. Yes, it does. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're ready for me to bring Chris out. I think I'm delayed on the chat here. Yeah, they're kind of starting to trickle in here. There we go. All right, everybody's awake. Chris, are you ready? Okay, good. Let me pull them up. What's up?
Hey, good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear. How you doing, man?
Muted, so yeah. Beautiful.
Yep, we can hear you, dude.
All right, cool. I'm all set. You can hear us, right? Go here.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the digital marketer's toast really quick. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get into today's content. And we'll introduce Chris too, for anybody that doesn't know Chris just yet. So digital marketer's toast. If this is your first time, get ready to live. That's all I can say. This is a weekly tradition here at ShineOn. We believe it has power. We believe it has an effect on our ads in the world and Mark Zuckerberg's disposition and a bunch of other things too. So this unites us all. We've had I say this every time. I'm always hopeful. We've had every continent except Antarctica represented in the digital marketer's toast. So if anybody is watching from Antarctica, or if anybody wants to take like a charter flight down there one day so we can close a loop on this, you let me know. What are you drinking today, Chris?
Water.
Yeah, and a coffee mug. I figured as much.
I'm gonna be able to sleep after.
Yeah, you're not in your 20s anymore, man. I get it. All right, raise up your glasses, mugs, bottles, and flasks. Join me now for the digital marketer's toast. Here's to more conversions, more cash, cheaper CPMs and lower CACs, higher CTRs, much higher CVRs to enable ad accounts and big bank accounts, upsells, downsells, and cross-sells, to winning products and repeat sales, to the thing that everybody knows, the riches are in the niches, but also your email flows. Cheers, everybody. Drink up.
Cheers.
There we go. I got me some Colombian today. Very nice. Very nice. All right, Chris.
I'm ready.
I think that's it for my stuff. We'll share your stuff in just a moment. Real quick, though, before we do, let's kind of introduce you to the audience for anybody who doesn't know. So I'm going to kind of kick it off, and I'm going to hand it over to you to kind of close that gap. So Chris has been in the e-com game since like 2012, I believe it is.
Yeah, I started 2012, late 2012.
Yeah, and I ran into Chris. It was like 2017, I think, when 2016, 2017, when I initially ran into Chris. Back at the time, you were running Ecom Vantage. I don't know if you still have that or not. And I know now you're doing some coaching. So I've actually taken training from Chris. And the thing I've always admired about Chris is Chris has very unique. He's got a few unique strategies. Has always made Chris stand out to me. So one, he understands that product is kind of everything in this space, and he's got some really cool research strategies that I've always really appreciated from Chris. He goes really, really deep, and not very many people do, and I've always found that really cool. The other thing is Chris has some very unique ad strategies too that are very low budget. And you know, when you're getting started and you don't have a big budget, those strategies are a lifesaver. Now, we're not actually, as far as I know, we're not actually getting into a lot of that today, but Chris has kind of a unique angle on most of what he teaches, and it's been won through experience, through lived experience, from running his own stores, helping coaching clients, etc. Even at ShineOn right now, we have a unique. We have a store with unique products, and Chris is actually helping us find angles on the store to sell this product. And we've had success over the last 3 to 4 weeks in a row now. So Chris really knows his stuff, and that's why he's a repeat coach here on Coffee with ShineOn. I can personally vouch for Chris. So Chris, I'm gonna hand it over to you. Did I miss anything there? Anything?
No. Awesome. I mean, make a long story short, I know you guys are here for value, so I don't want to like bore you with a long story, but I've been in this game for a long time. I started selling on Teespring, and then I started running Shopify stores. I've been involved in doing coaching and training for people since about late 2014, 2015. So I have a lot of experience both running stores and helping people. And so that's, make a long story short. One weird thing about me is I'm an American living here in Japan. I came after university, thought I'd just stay a couple years, 2-3 years, and one thing led to another. I'm married, and I've been here since 23, so over 20 years.
Completely fluent. And
I'm home. This is my home now. Yeah.
So what does this mean?
Konbanwa means good evening.
Good evening. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Chris sometimes when he's training, he does like a screen share. And like all the characters on the screen are like it's like Mandarin, isn't it?
It's Chinese. Japanese uses Chinese characters. Yes,
it's like Chinese characters and stuff. Yeah, and it's he has to go change everything to English so people can follow along. All right, I'm going to share. So Chris prepared a little bit of a deck, a presentation today to kind of keep us on track as we walk through the training. So I'm going to pull that up really quick, and then we will be off to the races. So, all right, Chris, I'm gonna where'd it go? I'm gonna hand the mic to you. You just tell me when to change a slide, buddy.
Okay, awesome. So there is this perception, especially among ShineOn sellers, because most people are focused on what I call the gift message products. So like message card jewelry, that summer is a slow time. It doesn't have to be that way. And there's a whole catalog of stuff within ShineOn's catalog that you can sell all summer if you know how to create the right phrases and put them on the right products. I'm really going to dig into that. Next slide. Okay. So I break down, if I look at a big macro level here, I break down these products in our business into 2 different categories. One of them is the traditional, what most of you have been doing, which is message card jewelry or some sort of gift message. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a message card jewelry item. It can be on blanket or whatever, but it's, for example, to my loving mom, to my loving wife. And that's great. And especially during gift giving season, you can really sell them well. But unfortunately, this is a little bit seasonal, right? So what I'm going to teach you guys how today is how to take advantage of ShineOn's products, because there's a huge number of them you can sell now, and craft it's called an evergreen phrase. Now, the difference between an evergreen phrase is a phrase that the person who's viewing your ad identifies with that product, and they're likely to buy it for themselves. Next slide. Okay, so again, I just explained that. Really, this is what you guys have been working on. This is a typical loving message right there, and we're not going to focus on this today. Next slide. Okay, here we go. This is a canvas wall art, and you can see this is something that a cat lover might buy, right? They identify with their love their cat. It says my kitty is a spooky, mischievous, playful, smart, lovable, positively perfect. I want you to note, I want to note the bottom part of that phrase. The positively pure. That is brilliant. That whoever created this canvas, they actually tweaked niche phrasing and put it into their Evergreen product. How incredible is that? Can you guys see the power of something like that?
Yeah, and this is where you're saying that like it's helpful. It elevates the product when you can bring in like puns, like niche specific puns. We've talked about the fishing one before where it's like you're my biggest catch, and
That's right.
if you're talking about like a romance type gift, but you can also bring in I don't know if we'll see any of this like inside jokes sometimes. Like if you know the niche really well, you can get really, really creative here with some of the phrasing. So okay, got it.
The key question is: do you guys see how this product? And then go ahead and go to the next slide. Here, next one. This is one. This is not the design, the specific design that we sold, but I had a lot of success with this product. Okay, it said "Papa, the man, the myth, the beer drinking legend." So this is a shirt that a father would buy, right? Because one, he's a father. Two, he likes drinking, right? Drinking beer. So the father sees that, he identifies it, he buy. But here's the part that a lot of people miss. Something always happened. Every single Father's Day and every single Christmas, we would start advertising to women 23 and up for this shirt. Because women, both the wife and the daughter, would buy that for their father as a gift. So this is the beautiful part about these evergreen phrases. They can sell year round because people buy them from themselves. They identify with the phrase, but they can also serve as gifts. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Let's go to the next slide. Here's another product from ShineOn's catalog. And this product, I don't understand why people are not selling these or not even trying. These are the original thing that ShineOn sold. These graphic pendants. When I first started with ShineOn, when you first started, Michael, all they had was graphic pendants, both for a necklace and also for a bracelet. In fact, I think, Michael, your first big winner was a graphic bracelet, if my memory is right.
My first big winner was a bangle, and it was the circle pendant, because I don't even think we had the heart-shaped ones yet.
Yeah, but so it was a bracelet, right? So, and the thing about these, they're really good products, right? Great quality. Margins are big, just like Mrs. Card jewelry. You can put evergreen phrases on there. I mean, we had a very dirty phrase that I can't repeat on this that women were actually buying for themselves in the beer related thing. I can't repeat it because it was really eventually. It's funny. I woke up one day and I had like 500 ads for the last 6 months denied by Facebook. They decided that the thing that they did let me run for 6 months is no longer acceptable.
Classic. They have a habit of doing that.
So but the point I'm trying to say is, look, this is a phrase. Let's look at the phrase on this one here. What it says, it says, this naughty girl is protected by a bad boy. Okay, and they're sort of using spelling that's a little bit different, related to fish. I'm not being a fisherman, but being a sailor, right, on a boat, right. Well, this is something again that women will buy for themselves year round, but also during Christmas time or Valentine's Day, the husband might buy that for their wife, or the boyfriend might buy that for their girlfriend. So again, this is a two birds one stone. But I also want to point out the reason why I love this product is great margins. They're really good quality, and here's the best part. And this is going to sound like a negative, but it's actually a positive. They're harder to design because the space is smaller.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's harder to design, which means the lazy person doesn't even try.
That's a great point.
So if you are the one who are willing to work with the AI or work with, Canva or Kiddo or whatever you want to use to design and create one of these designs, you automatically just separate yourself from everyone else because you are willing to take that step and get and sell a product that's harder to design. You follow the logic here?
Yeah, that's
The
a
fact
great
that
point.
it's harder to design is a barrier that eliminates a lot of lazy people.
Yep, totally. Plus, the other thing that's cool about this product, one, the base cost is low. I think it's $9 on Empire Builder. So it's like a whole $2.50 cheaper, I think, than the other products. Don't quote me on that. I think that's right though. Plus, you get the engraving upsell.
Yep.
So you can add like $9.95 for the engraving. I think we charge $5 for it. So you pocket an extra $4.95 on every unit if they get engraving. So yeah, and you also have the yellow gold upsell and the
gold
Lux
one
box
sells
upsell.
bigger margins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very cool.
Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, here ShineOn has coffee mugs, and here you can put, you put a funny phrase on these coffee mugs. When it comes to coffee mugs, humor sells the best by far. Okay.
Yeah.
This says, "I'm sorry, I'm late. I saw my dog. I saw a dog." Right. We had a T-shirt in the past we sold on my beer site that said, "Sorry, I'm late. I was drinking beer." Right. So that sold. That was a massive winner. So again, this is a funny phrase, right? People will buy it for themselves during the summer. And now I want to talk about coffee mugs because there's this really negative impression about coffee mugs. People say, well, the margins are low. And that is a short-sighted way of thinking about this because of a few reasons. Number one, coffee mugs sell in massive volume. I mean, you would be shocked at how many coffee mugs you see. In fact, some of the biggest volume sales I've ever seen are coffee mugs.
Yeah.
So you're building a massive mailing list that you can upsell, right? You want to look at your purchase on Facebook as not the end of the relationship, but the beginning. You want to set up, and be really into marketing with Klaviyo or any other autorespond. Doesn't have to be Klaviyo. Klaviyo is the one I recommend, but there's other ones, right? And you want to be building that relationship with and selling them more. So you sell, if I could sell 500 coffee mugs today, and I made zero profit, but I broke even, I would be doing cartwheels because that means that's 500 new buyers on my mailing list, plus the people who abandoned cart who put in the email. And then here's the other part of this equation. 1 out of every 4 to 5 people on an e-com site will buy something else. So if you could bring them in on a coffee mug to purchase and get them in the buyer mindset, then they'll buy something else. So you're making money. So you're putting something that's cheap in front of them that can people want and they'll buy on an impulse purchase. And then they'll buy something else. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about coffee mugs. I think coffee mugs are the right now the most coffee mugs, low margin product, and these people I think are missing the big picture.
Yeah. Also, you kind of forget too, like your ad account builds data, right? So it's like if you can coast along and make a few hundred sales at break even, your stuff is going to get more dialed in. You're going to learn more about your customer and you're going to get better over time. And eventually the scales will tip and it will eventually become profitable.
Actually,
if you're doing it right.
That's a great point that I should have mentioned. E-com websites are about momentum.
Yep.
And once the momentum builds, the AI and the algorithm on Facebook gets to know your website, it builds. And plus on top of it, right? Google sees that. Google sees that you're getting a lot of traffic from Facebook and you're making sales. So then your search engine optimization gets better.
That's a good point.
And you start getting more organic traffic. So yeah, don't be afraid of a low margin product. Okay, so let's go to the other advantage. Now I just talked a little bit about this, but I want to repeat this. Okay, there's 2 massive advantages of these evergreen phrases. Okay, number 1, big volumes. T-shirts, coffee mugs, you sell it in massive volumes. And number 2, you can do this with the gift related products, angles, phrases that you've been doing so far, but there's not as many products as you can use with the gift message. But with the evergreen phrases, the options are incredible. I mean, the number of products. Let's go to the next slide. This is, I went through every single product in ShineOn's catalog for this presentation. And I wanted to really show you guys. Look at this. You got apparel, t-shirts, hoodie, denims. So I got my little, I'm looking here. You got tumblers, right? You got a beautiful tumbler. Only one, but it's awesome. Coffee mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, graphic pendants, keychains, wallets on the, the wallet ones, dog chains, the watches on the back. Right? We had in the past, I had a winner watch. We had, thing on the back. And by the way, with an evergreen phrase, not with a gift phrase. Journals, tote bags, wall art, clocks, dog mats, acrylics. That's a massive number of products in ShineOn's card that you can take the evergreen phrases and so this actually probably doubled the amount of products you can put the message card, the loving message on, right? You guys see my point?
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, going to spill the beans here a little bit. Journals are in our top 5 selling products all year long. That's another one a lot of people sleep on.
That's really interesting because you know what? I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah.
When you guys first came out with journals, I was like, journals? Who buys a journal these days? Everyone uses their phone. And so I mean, it wasn't until about a couple months ago you mentioned to me, I was like, wow.
Yeah, we sell a boatload of them. Yeah. I don't want to give away like the niches and the angles. People need to do their own research, but there's a market for it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what makes an evergreen phrase sell? Okay. It needs to have 2 elements. Okay. Number one, it needs to have a good design or funny design, funny phrase, or, I use the word badass, for example, the tattoo in the tattoo niche or the skull niche, scary skulls and stuff like, they say it looks badass, so that kind of stuff sells. So it's got to have obviously something appeals, right? And by the way, if it's a funny phrase that's interesting, it doesn't have to be a great design. The phrase makes it sell. Yeah. So simple text design works. For other stuff like, all over print stuff, whatever, you do need a good design. But anyway, just so you know, simple designs work with funny phrases, no problem. But here's the next thing, and I cannot emphasize this enough. If you need to remember this, okay? This is the most important point I'm going to make on this presentation. Evergreen products, if you're going to be running ads to them, right? If it's different if you're selling in a marketplace potentially, but if you're running ads, you're doing what's called interruption marketing. I don't care if you're doing Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, or sorry, now it's X, wherever sort of interruption marketing type of advertising, right? People don't go on social media to go shopping, right? They go on there to do whatever they're doing, right? And then you put an ad in front of them and then they go buy. That's called interruption marketing, okay? I call it interruption marketing. So when you're doing that, it needs to be something, it needs to resonate with something they're passionate about. Or else they'll just laugh at it, they'll find it interesting, but they won't go and actually buy it. So it needs to be niched. Niched. I have never seen an evergreen phrase, and I've been doing this since late 2012, working on my own stuff and working with clients and researching and other stuff. I've never seen an evergreen phrase not niche sell with ads. Have you, Michael?
I don't know. I'm not sure I've paid enough attention. That's really interesting, though. I have a little tip here for the cool, funny, or bad ace phrase thing. Here's how I think about it. I always think, what do I want somebody to feel? And I go to internet lingo, so see if you guys can track with me. I say, do I want them to feel WTF, OMG, LOL, wow? Another one is all, like AWW. Notice all these are 3 letters. This is how it helps me remember them. And then I say, the only thing they can't do is ZZZ, right? I'm going to write that in the chat so everybody can visually see it. When I frame it like that, it really helps me remember that the purpose of the phrases of the way you write phrases that stop the scroll is by making people feel stuff, right? And that's one more way that helps me remember. So I'll write that in the chat just so everybody can kind of visually see that, because it'll help you wrap your mind around it. Maybe it'll help you remember the next time you do phrase creation. You good to keep going, Chris?
Yeah, I'm happy to get going. I was just wondering if we're missing chat questions. I'm not seeing any.
I haven't seen. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them, and I can pull them up. Here's one right here. Can you give me an example of a niched phrase message card?
Like a message card jewelry. We did actually. If you go back through one of the trainings I did in Pewter University, I do actually show some examples of creating message card jewelry with niches. Since that is a gift related thing, I don't really want to cover that today because I don't want to distract. But you can do that. You can totally do it with gift related. You can add niches as well. In fact, I really focus on that. So if you go into Pewter University and you look for my gift angle training, I talk a lot about that as well. So what, Michael, you were going to say anything?
No, I was just, you have more than one training in there too. They're both worth a watch, but
Okay.
yeah, we're good.
Okay. So what is a niche? Let's define that, because a lot of people don't fully understand it. Some sort of hobby, like swim. Here, I have some examples here: swimming, bowling, dog lovers, cat lovers, fishing, gardening, and more. Occupations: police officers, doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, mechanics, etc. Positions in life: grandma, mom, dad, parents. You could even go farther, right? You remember our Papa shirt, right? So that was a beer drinking Papa. So what I've done there is I've layered two niches together. Dad is one niche, a beer drink is another niche, and I put them in together in one product phrase. So let's take a look at some other ones. These are all, every example I'm showing you are in ShineOn's catalog. This is the denim jacket. This is a really great one I saw on Etsy, right? Rodeo sweetheart, right? People who are into riding horses and doing that kind of culture in America is a big thing, especially in the Midwest and South America. So yeah, rodeo sweetheart, right? This is a woman, right, who wants to identify herself as a rodeo sweetheart, and it would also be a gift. Next slide. Wine. Okay, here we go. The pillow, right? Example I said you can sell, right? This is funny, right? Girl's best friend, aka love. So again, a woman will identify with this, potentially buy it. And one last one, I deliberately included this one because Michael at Tommy Journals are selling. This one is brilliant. I love this one for 3 reasons. Number one,
that's a good one.
Yeah, number one, it's got the outdoorsy campy. So they're targeting like campers or hikers or stuff like that, right? Number two, you can customize it with your own name. So the person will buy it and customize their own name. Number three, you can customize it with your own age. Chapter 70 or chapter 59. That's instead of saying I am 59, they're using the word chapter. All right. But the whole point is this journal is for my 70th year. And maybe next year I'll come back to your website and buy 71. And the following year I'll buy 72. So this is a brilliant journal. It really is brilliant. I was so impressed when I saw this. Okay. Who wants something amazing? Who wants an amazing gift? Okay. So I've been working. Well, so what happened is I did a custom GTP for Mother's Day, and I did a custom GTP for Father's Day, and we sold those. But I decided to do something different this time. I've been thinking, wait a minute, why don't I do a custom GTP? And I paid a developer to do this for me, right? So I'm actually took money out of my pocket and paid for it. I'm going to use it as well, but I'm going to give it to everyone for free. This will help you identify niches that will work for you. You know, you can put in a little about your personality traits, your background, right? Things that you've been involved in life. And this custom GTP will help identify niches for you. If you're currently working a niche, it'll help you dig deeper and find different angles and ideas that you may not even be aware of your niche. And this is 100% for free. There's a couple ways you can get it. Number one is comment in the Facebook group. Sorry, give me some water here. Comment in the Facebook group, POD, and I'll message you with it. Or you can just directly private message me on Facebook and you can buy it. Now, I want to point something out here. If you're on YouTube, I've done this mistake before, and I want to make a point of this. YouTube will not let me message you, nor YouTube will let me respond to any comment on YouTube with a link. So if you are on YouTube watching this and you want the custom GTP, which is 100% free, there's 2 ways to get it. Message me on Facebook. I'm easy to find. Or go to the Facebook group, find the post that Michael did of this video, put POD, and I'll message you.
So if you guys go to the Facebook group right now and you look at the featured or pinned post, it should be this video. And that's where you probably need to go make this comment. Now, I would wait, guys, until the end of this video. I wait till this is over, because everybody's going to have a bunch of comments they're going to be adding to that between now and the end of this live stream. After that, start adding the POD, and Chris can get in there and manually start scrubbing it. So I would wait until the end. So everybody commenting right now, at least that I can see, looks like you're all on YouTube. So I'm actually going to share this comment up on the screen. See how there's this little YouTube icon in the bottom right of the profile pic on the comment? That's a YouTube comment. So Chris is saying you can't do this on YouTube because on YouTube you can't DM, which, by the way, you're probably late to this, Chris. Like last week, I think YouTube added that feature. You can now DM people on YouTube.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, they literally just added it. But let's do it on Facebook. Anyway, this is where you've done it in the past. It's where people are used to getting this stuff. Let's just do it on Facebook. Make your life easy. So if everybody could just, at the end of this, don't do it now, go over to Facebook and drop POD, and Chris can send you the link. And Tammy, this is probably Tammy, says we can also add the link to the replay. So that'll be nice too. Yeah. All right. Very good.
By the way, I'm going to go to bed after this presentation. So you give me several hours. But I promise I'll get back to you.
You barely even committed, this guy. Okay. All right.
All right. Now here's something I want to advise. Okay. So a lot of people, when they start doing this Evergreen thing, I want to try a few swimming knits things. I want to try a few beer knits things. I want to try a few cat knits things. And that's a bad idea, especially if you've never had success with this type of phrasing model, because you need to spend some time in one niche and really get to know it. And then every time you launch a product phrase, you see the reaction, and that helps you learn. So I always recommend to newbies or people who've never had success. I don't care if you've been in this business for 10 years. If you've never had success creating evergreen phrases for products, pick one niche and stick with it. Get at least 10, if not 20 designs or phrases made over a month or two, right? And get them tested and really focus on it, because you will learn every time. Right? And don't just say, okay, I need 10, do 10 today. No. Do 1 or 2 today, get them designed, test them, then you do the next ones, because you will learn every time. Next phrase, next slide, sorry. Sorry, I have a little bit of throat thing here going. I apologize for that. And here's another key thing. And this is a step that a lot of people will skip. A lot of people skip this. Don't skip it. When you decide I'm going to focus on whatever niche, I don't care what niche it is, right? The first thing you need to do is go on to Etsy, Amazon, and search. And I suggest you do two different prototypes: t-shirts and coffee mugs. The reason why is they're the most common niche related evergreen products. Okay. And I can almost guarantee if a phrase exists in that niche, it's on a t-shirt or a coffee mug. So they're really valuable tools for learning the phrases. Now, again, I just showed you a big list of products. So you don't necessarily have to sell them on t-shirt, coffee mugs. You could try them on a pillow. You could try them on a denim jacket. You could try them on something else. But I'm just saying, use t-shirts and coffee mugs so you can learn the type of stuff that sells. So go on to Amazon, look for stuff that's getting reviews. Etsy, look for stuff that's getting reviews. And don't just do that. Go on to Facebook and search, for example, dog lovers fan pages, and look for the memes. They're getting a lot of comments and shares. I love the memes, and here's why. No one's paying to advertise a meme, right? So if it's getting a lot of comments and shares, that's organic. That makes sense, right? It's all organic. And the meme or phrase may not be useful or be able to tweak for selling on a t-shirt, hat, or bag, or whatever you want to sell, right? But there is valuable in understanding what these people like. That's the point. You want to understand what resonates with these people. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, now we're going to change gears here, and we're going to really talk about how to create phrases. So this is a really good spot. If you have any questions about what I've covered so far, I'll give you like a minute or here to any questions, because I'm going to be changing gears here to talking about crafting phrases.
Let's give it a minute. I don't see any questions right now, but my feed it's like 30, 45 seconds behind. So if anybody has any questions right now, go ahead and pop them in, and we'll pause for a moment and try to answer them. Can you see the comments on the screen here, Chris? No.
I'm looking at the
In the bottom right corner, do you see screenshots
oh yeah, I can see that. Oh, let me
or
I can
comments rather?
I just realized I can make the thing on my computer screen bigger.
I just added these, so let's I can take that off, like back off too. So let's just leave that on for a minute, for just a sec. Any questions, guys? Now's the time. If not, we'll keep going. I'm going to give it maybe 30 more seconds. Thirty more seconds. If anybody has any questions. Okay, I think let's keep going for now.
Yeah,
and we'll do more questions here at the end.
Okay, so the most common method that's taught out in the marketplace is just go find a phrase that's selling on Etsy, Amazon, or on Facebook. Take that exact phrase and just redesign it, right? And yeah, I mean, a lot of people do that, and since many of these things are not like trademarked or anything, you can do that. I'm not a trademark lawyer, but a lot of people do it, and nothing ever happens. But I really do not recommend that one method for a couple reasons. Number one is you just become another seller selling the exact same thing, and two, I mean, that's what most people are doing. I've been selling these Evergreen products since late 2012, right? When I first started on Teespring, and that's what 99% of the people are doing. So if you're gonna, now this is the easiest way to start. So I get that temptation. So let's go to the next slide. If you want to start that way, at least do this. Take the phrase and then tweak it slightly to make it your own. Okay. So for example, on this one, I wrote, skiing makes me happy. I took the phrase, skiing makes me happy, you not so much. That's a common phrase. Beer makes me happy, you not so much. I took it, I said, skiing makes me happy, you not so much, unless you want to buy me a lift ticket. So I added just that one little tweak at the end that at least makes it unique. So if you're going to use the copycat method, at least tweak it. And it's not even that hard to do. But this is still not the way I recommend. Now let's dig into the way I recommend the most. Okay. I recommend that you focus on creating original phrases. I'm going to tell you how to do a few different ways to do this now. And this gives you the edge. This gives you the edge. All the big, massive winners I've seen in this niche, this POD game, whether it's message card jewelry or gift things or evergreen phrases, it comes from originality. It comes from originality.
It's
I-
true.
and it doesn't even take that much effort to be original. If you want to talk about how, there's this great book, Michael, you know the book,
Yeah, I read it after your recommendation.
The Slight Edge. Okay, the premise of the book is basically you just need to be a little bit better, and that adds up to a lot.
Yep.
Right. That's
It's kind of that 1% better every day type of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why do you think you think Apple phones are that much better than Samsung phones? Let's be honest here, right? I use Apple phones, but they're not, right? They're not. But they do just a few little things better. For example, Apple came out with the first one to come with the iCloud sync, automatic sync, and all these tiny little differences that made a massive difference. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so this is my favorite way to create this. I've been using this method for years, and the best part about this is you'll never run out of ideas with this method. Okay, so let's go to the next phrase. Okay, you want to open up two different Google tabs, two different Google image tabs. It doesn't necessarily have to be Google image tabs. It could be two different Etsy tabs. It could be two different Amazon tabs. It could be a Google image tab. It could be a Amazon tab. It could be a combination of those. Anyway, but the point is you want two tabs. Okay, next slide. Okay, we're gonna search a different niche other than the niche that you're targeting, right? So for this example, let's assume that I'm a seller in the dog niche, right? And I want to sell to dogs. Well, I'm going to search any other niche other than that. So for this example, I did funny scuba diving t-shirts. I could also do funny wine t-shirts. Let's go next slide. Okay, so I'm going to look for a phrase that I can tweak and turn into a dog t-shirt or a dog evergreen phrase. Okay, that's my goal here. My goal is to look in the scuba diving niche and then turn that into a dog related product phrase. Okay, next slide. Okay, so looking at this, can you guys come up with a phrase that you think you might be able to tweak? I came up with one. We'll see if you guys can do it. We'll give you like 30 seconds.
Here, why we're waiting for people here, let's answer a couple questions. You know what? I guess I need to keep that on screen, don't I? Someone asked, I'm brand new to POD. Where should we start selling? Amazon to test, maybe?
Amazon is a different monster. It's a big marketplace, very, very competitive. And I think it's very hard to stand out there. I'm not an Amazon expert, so I don't really feel qualified to talk deep in that. But I personally think you have more control if you use paid ads.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Is this going to be used for jewelry, message cards?
No, because you don't really buy a message card jewelry for yourself, do you?
Yeah, no.
No, I mean, if you want to, by the way, I have a whole training at Pewter University about come up with gift related product angles. So you can check there. Okay. So, and it looks like no one came up with a message. So let's go to my next slide. Okay. So this is the one I'm going to tweak. Okay. It says there are two types of divers, those who pee in their wetsuit and those who lie about it. So this is a great punchline, great funny idea. So let's go to the next slide. Here's how I decided to tweak that. There are two types of dogs owners, those who are ruled by their dog and those who lie about it. Now I know that in the dog niche, people like to make fun of the fact that their dog is the boss. Now, if you had done any research on the dog niche, go on Etsy or Amazon, in like 30 minutes to an hour, you'll be able to find that because there's so many t-shirts and phrases out there. They're poking fun at yourself for being, controlled by your dog. That's all the information you needed to go and turn this phrase into the scuba diving phrase into the phrase I just created, right? This is not the magic. So if you do the research part and you understand the angles, you can easily come up with the phrases that I've created. All right, so now let's go to step 2. And this is the most critical part. This is absolutely the most critical part. Most people will stop with the phrase I just came up with, and they say, okay, yeah, I got one. I'm going to go get a design made, and I bang, I'm off the races. But that's a mistake. And the reason why, the number of times I thought, man, woohoo, I found a great phrase. This is unique, original. It's awesome. I'm gonna make a lot of money with this. And then I go on to Google and I type in the entire phrase, and I was like, oh my God. I guess I'm not so creative after all, because there's other creative people, and the exact phrase I came up with has been done over and over and over again. So you need to confirm. And how I do that is I go in and I type in the entire phrase. You see, I did right here. I typed the entire phrase in. There are 2 types of dog owners. Those who are ruled by the dogs, and those who lie about it. T-shirt. And I look to see if I can find them in Google Images or not. A few of them, right? If I see one, that's fine. But if I see like 3 or 4, that's bad, because that's a snapshot of the entire internet. That means there's several hundred of those out there, if not more. Okay, so next slide. In this particular case, I did not find a match. No, sorry. Let's go back, Michael.
Oh.
Okay, this is a good phrase, because there's no, I couldn't find in Google Images other people who've done that phrase. So I know for a fact this original, bang, I'm off the race, I'll try it. Okay. Now let me show you an example of a bad one. Next slide. Okay, I love my dog and maybe 3 other people. Once you start researching this, you're gonna see I love my dog, maybe 3 people. I love beer, maybe 3 other people. I love swimming, maybe 3 people. This is like the most tired, boring phrase. This was a big winning phrase back in 2012. Okay, so let's just pretend, for hypothetically, pretend like this is the phrase I want to test. And now let's go check it out. Look, I love my dog and maybe 3 other people. Look how many I'm seeing. In the first row, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just on the first row of Google Images. Who thinks this is a good phrase to test? Clearly not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, rule of thumb: if you see multiple T-shirts with that phrase, just move on to a new one. Just move on to a new one. Okay. Now, I'm going to get some other techniques, and you guys are probably wondering why I haven't mentioned AI. Well, I will here in a second. I'm going to. Okay. But I just want to go back. I want to reemphasize the 2 golden keys: niche, 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 and be unique.
Yeah, you really can't understate the be unique part. Like every time I've seen a winner spike and like really take off, it's usually there's some originality to it. And you gotta understand, the entire internet runs on novelty, people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, novelty is what stops the scroll. People like new things, right? And that's what being unique, being original, like changing the phrase slightly, taking a phrase from one niche and introducing it to a niche that hasn't seen it before. That's the power of that. That's really what is happening behind the scenes.
All right, so let's talk about other ways to generate them. One of my favorite ways these days now, especially with ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI you want to use, is go on to Etsy or Amazon and look for phrases that are getting a lot of reviews, that are selling. And then I hop over to, and I use them as seeds. So let's go to the next slide. So these are seeds. Again, I am not going to copy the phrase outright. I call them seeds. And just like you're growing a plant, you put it into the ground, you water it, and you grow it. And how do I grow it? Let's go to the next slide. Okay. I go on to ChatGPT, and in this case, I use the phrase that we created for this training, but I usually will take a phrase that I found on Etsy or Amazon that I know is selling, and I will literally type out. And here's the thing about prompting. Most people prompt wrong. They say, "Oh, I'm a POD seller selling the dog niche. Can you give me 10 funny phrases for pillows?" And what you're going to get is very generic stuff. And what they're going to do is just go out there and find stuff that's been selling, and they're going to give it to you, right? So basically, you're just copy, and that is not how you approach this.
Yeah.
The approach here is a detailed prompt, and here you can see my prompt. I'm a POD seller. I sell T-shirts, hats, etc. I just came up with this new phrase to test. There are two types of dog owners: those who are ruled by their dog and those who lie about it. Please give me 10 tweaks and variations on this phrase. So I'm giving the AI a really detailed prompt and a phrase I wanted to build off of. There is one here that I absolutely love. Can you guys guess which one?
They're going to be 30, 45 seconds behind.
Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe I should just go ahead and give it to you. Let's see if I can. Let's give him one more second here. Here we go.
Drop it in if you want to guess. I mean, we've probably got 60, 75, 100 people on this live right now. Someone said
Number
9.
Yeah, number 9. I like number 9. Two types of dog owners: those who are under their dog's thumb and those who won't admit it. That's pretty funny. Under the thumb. That's a phrase I've never seen in the dog news, and I think that's kind of clever. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so again, this one is actually one I found on, I think, Amazon a long time ago. But it's a phrase I saw selling. The phrase was, all I need is coffee and my dog. So again, I type in a detailed prompt. I'm a POD seller. I also type in bad English. Try to type in good English when you do your prompt. But anyway, the good news is AI can do it fine, no problem. Anyway, please give me 10 phrases for the dog niche based on this idea. All I need is coffee and my dog. You can change around or add words. Okay. And there are some really good ones here. Michael, which one do you think? Which one do you like?
The Life is Rough one has a pun in it.
Life is rough. Which number is that one?
6.
6. Yep. Life is rough. All I need is my coffee and my pop. I like this one. Espresso yourself. Express yourself. All I need is coffee and my furry friend. It's pretty good. Okay, now
It is crazy how easy it is with AI now. It's
no,
ridiculous.
and if AI, it's awesome. AI is definitely It's definitely a great tool to use. Now next phrase. This is one that I don't understand why people don't use, and especially for those of you who live in America, who bumper stickers are not a big thing outside of the United States. But if you're living in America, every time you're parked at an intersection, look at the car in front of you and see if you find a good bumper sticker. The good news is with Google Images, we can also look for some of them, right, on Google Images, funny bumper stickers. But again, you want to look for interesting phrases that can be niched and tweaked, because bumper stickers, man, the authors of those bumper stickers are really talented.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some classic ones. And so that's a great place to research. Who has ever heard of using bumper stickers for features before this training? I think I'm the only one out there that brings up this idea.
Yeah, this is a good one, dude. This is a really good one.
So, I mean, the best part about the bumper stickers is many of them you can't find on Google Images. So if you're in America and you're in your car driving in an intersection, look at the bumper sticker. You may find just in gold might be sitting right in front of you. So don't look at your phone, right? Don't adjust the music. Look at the bumper. Look at the car in front of you and the car to the side and see what their bumper sticker says.
If you just so happen to be in a political niche, the bumper sticker space is gold for this kind of thing. Because you get all kinds of inflammatory ideas from bumper stickers.
Okay. Last but not least, and then, I mean, before I mention this, I mean, Michael, do you mind saying a few tidbits about my private coaching program?
Yeah, I just, look, I said before that I can personally vouch for Chris. And I think actually, Chris kind of delivered the goods in the training today too. Like you can see that he's picked most of this up through lived experience. And a lot of what Chris teaches in this space is kind of unique, different, original. It's going to be something that you probably haven't heard before. Chris is also, he's like trying to figure out how to build interesting tools with like the GPTs and things like that. So I've taken some of Chris's training in the past. So I can vouch for Chris personally, but then also at ShineOn, we've got 2 advanced walkthroughs with Chris. We've sent Chris students before. Chris has produced winning students. We have a store at ShineOn right now with some unique products that we haven't released to the public that Chris is actually helping us test on. So, I mean, he's in the trenches day in and day out doing this stuff. So I can stand behind Chris's training here. It doesn't mean, success isn't guaranteed or anything like that. But if you want, like a shortcut, if you want to learn, a whole bunch, Chris has got lessons. It's taken him a decade to compile. If you want to get kind of a shortcut and to be able to pick some of that stuff up without having to go through the pain on your own, Chris is the guy here. I can highly recommend him.
Okay, so there's another element I want to mention here that a lot of people don't fully appreciate is that, especially when you're struggling or you're new, is these day-to-day little decisions, right? Should I keep this ad running? Oh, is this product phrase good, or should I tweak it? Oh, can I scale the budget? These day-to-day decisions really make the difference. It's all these small decisions that add up. So if you join my private coaching program, we get on calls twice a week, and sometimes 3 times if you really need a call. I make myself available for you, right? Each call goes about 20, 30 minutes. Plus, you get unlimited messages to me. You can message me as many times as you want, and I respond. People are blown away by that. In fact, that's a tool that I really should talk about, because often you have a quick question that you need answered. You don't need a full phone call for. And yes, you can message me anytime you want. And of course, I mean, I'm sleeping, but when I'm awake and active in doing my stuff, I answer, right? None of your questions will go unanswered via private message. So I help you with the grind. Not only do I help you with, teach you methods and things that other people don't teach, but I help you with the day-to-day grind. And that's really makes a difference. Now, if you're watching this training and you decide to sign up this month, or you're one of the first 3 people who sign up, because I'm limiting this to 3 people. Normally, my private coaching is 5 months long, but for no extra charge, no extra price, you will get private coaching with me through the remainder of this year. So a little over 6 months as a bonus. So if you're interested in that, private message me on Facebook. We'll get on a call and we'll talk about the details of that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. So one more time, how do they do it?
Just private message me on Facebook.
So Chris, you can find Chris on Facebook at Chris Blair. On Facebook, if you navigate to where we're doing this live stream right now, I actually tagged Chris in the description of the post, so you can click that as well to open up a live stream with him. Also, don't forget, everybody, you can get the freebie, the GPT that Chris made for you. Now, again, go to Facebook, find this post, and type POD underneath. And Chris has got that freebie that you can pick up. Chris, do you want to do some quick Q&A here, and then we'll wrap up? Okay, let's not do super long. Let's do like maybe 5 minutes here, if that works. There was a question earlier. Oh, you know what? I think you answered it actually already. Any Q&A? Drop it in the chat right now.
I'm gonna go on my phone and look at the YouTube thing.
Someone said they wanted to join your group coaching of 8, and as soon as they got to budget, the spots were closed. So now you can get in You gotta take advantage of that.
I may open a group coaching in the fall. I haven't decided yet on that. Right now, I only have private coaching.
All right, it's not allowing me to message under the Facebook post for whatever reason. Can I private message Chris?
Yes.
Yes, and let me go look at that.
Please private message me.
Why can't
I will check my message requests. I always do every day. So I'm a public figure. I will. You can message me.
Here, I'm going to drop the link to the post in the comments as well. You're probably going to have to copy paste this into your browser. Oh my gosh, that is an ugly URL. Yeah.
By the way, I apologize. I don't stay up this late usually, and I could tell my energy level was not as high.
You've done
as
fine, dude. You've done
I'm
fine.
a morning person. Normally we get up early and record them together like at 5 a.m. for me, which is actually not a problem because I wake up around 5 a.m. every day naturally. So if I wake up at 4:30 and do this, so it's like 30 minutes different. Fresh night's sleep, I'm high energy. But now I can tell but Michael really wanted to do this live, and I get it. Live's better.
The viewership is just way higher on the live calls. All right,
I could do this occasionally.
I just dropped the link in the chat. You're probably gonna have to copy paste this. I doubt you're gonna be able to click it. So look in the chat somewhere, YouTube, Facebook, down below. I guess if you're on Facebook, you don't need it. And you can grab it and then copy paste it. I'm not really seeing any other questions.
It looks like we're good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming on today. This was good. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And everybody, don't forget, go to the post, comment POD for the GPT, message Chris if you're interested in his private coaching. And until next time, happy selling. See you next Friday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.